Welcome back to Consumer Update. Joining me today is Dr. Randy Kahn from Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology. And I'm so glad you came in because today we're going to talk about an alternative to traditional treatments for cancer.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about CyberKnife technology because a lot of people don't know about it.
Sure. Well, what CyberKnife is it's a very precise form of radiation that's delivered in such a manner that it can adjust for any motion. So it's sort of like using missile technology where the tumor can move, and because it has such accuracy, we can deliver a much higher amount of treatment with a much greater chance of killing the cancer. And that's the beauty of it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's fabulous. Now there are also some really distinct advantages versus the traditional route. So what are the advantages of using CyberKnife?
Well, one of the wonderful things, even though it has knife in the name, there's no cutting, there's no incision,
Wow.
there's no pain.
No pain, hold on. No pain. Wow.
The treatment is delivered in usually 3 to 5 treatments, takes about an hour.
That's quick.
It's quick, you just lay there, usually within a week. As soon as the treatment's done, you go about your daily business.
Okay, I gotta rewind too. So the recovery time is just like that.
It's an immediate recovery. So one of the wonderful things about CyberKnife is for a patient that's considering surgery, there's a deep-seated tumor, or the surgery is involved, or there's a prolonged recovery period. This is an option. This is an alternative where those issues very often are not relevant if you go with the CyberKnife.
Wow, this is amazing. Now, is this new to Florida?
It's relatively new. We brought this technology to the Tampa Bay area, I believe about 5 years ago, and it's just been wonderful. It really has held up to all the research we had done, and we spent quite a bit of time looking at new products that we could bring to the area that would be much more likely to attack and cure cancer. And there's certain tumors where we really have not done a great job, and we could do a lot better. And it's really held up during the 5 years that we've used it to everything we'd expected and more.
Now, Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology has been around for 10 years or so. So how are you guys growing? What are you up to?
Well, we added CyberKnife a number of years ago, and we have 4 offices throughout the Tampa area to deliver.
Very convenient, yeah.
Right, and we offer the latest technology for treatment of cancer, radiation treatment.
And what kind of results are you seeing with the CyberKnife? Obviously, the recovery time's quick, but what are the results?
Well, that's been the most exciting part for me, to have such a newer tool that really works better. So in certain situations, it's not for all tumors, we've increased the control, the cure, if you will, from as much as from 20 to 90% increase.
Wow.
And without the side effects. It's just so wonderful because you're very precisely treating something. If you're treating something so precisely and you're not cutting the person, you can really beat the heck out of that tumor, yet avoid the surrounding normal tissue. You don't have to cut around there. You don't have to radiate around there because the radiation is very confined to that area.
So not to get too technical, but exactly how does it work?
It fuses the technology. We took a robot off a car assembly line, the BMW assembly line, and on the head, instead of having a soldering iron or a painter, it has a radiation machine. And then we fuse that robot, which is very precise and accurate, with a software guidance program that can adjust for any motion.
Really?
So as we talk, many structures are moving in our body, and it adjusts for that motion. So if this is the tumor and this is the treatment, as the tumor moves, the machine will move with it. And that's
amazing.
It really is.
It's amazing. So who's a candidate? What kind of cancer does it treat?
Well, we're talking about a localized tumor.
Okay.
So we're not talking about a disseminated process where the cancer's all over the body. So patients that have particularly a deep-seated tumor, a tumor where it would be too toxic to have surgery, patients that have had a hard time with standard treatment for their cancer and are looking for alternatives. Patients that are given standard treatments options, but they don't want to pursue them. They want to consider their options. Those are the patients that we really target. Patients that are failing traditional treatment, be it chemotherapy. And we've expanded it beyond that. We can treat tumors in most parts of the body, the head, the lung, liver, kidney, prostate. So most tumors in most parts of the body are considered treatment. It's wonderful in the brain because you don't have to do the brain surgery.
Wow. Well, obviously you guys are on the cutting edge of treatment options. Where do you see cancer treatment going in the future for patients?
What we're seeing is that our treatment is more targeted.
Okay.
Whether it be with a chemotherapy pill, which is much more exact at just treating the cancer and sparing the other molecules and chemicals in the cell, or with radiation treatment where it's less invasive. Less invasive both in terms of, we've talked about CyberKnife,
right,
but also with surgery. You know, we've switched from open big incisions to the laparoscope to the robot. We're becoming, the goal is to be less and less invasive, less side effects. And we're also trying to pick up cancers earlier. There's been a huge advance in lung cancer, in treating cancers early on. And that still has yet to accrue, but in the next 2 to 5 years, we're going to see a large increase in the cure rate of early lung cancer. We're able to treat early lung cancer because our technology has improved. We didn't have those options a few years ago.
No, a lot of great information. Well, where do our viewers find out more, or how do they find you?
Sure, they can go to our website at Tampa Bay Radiation Oncology. I believe it's tbro.com. Also, if they look at CyberKnife of Tampa Bay as well.
Great. A lot of great information, Dr. Khan. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Coming up, how you can rediscover fresh, healthy Florida cuisine. That just ahead.